do what the business is.
It is another week in the books with the On Deck TV podcast. I am Spike Lou.
Man, holler at your boy Animal Brown, Animal_Brown, if you're looking for me on Instagram and Twitter.
Absolutely, man. I am Spike Lou on those same social sites. Holler at your boy. Back another week. How you feeling out there?
Feeling good, feeling great. Special shout out to my grandmother-in-law. She turned 85 this weekend. We had a surprise party for over the weekend, man. It was dope. Shout out to her.
That is dope. Happy surprise birthday party?
Yeah, for sure. I know
nice.
That's tricky. It get tricky when you're 85.
Say, man, y'all got to be careful. Surprising 85-year-olds, bro. That's risky right there.
It get tricky.
Yeesh. But now be careful, boy.
We had a good time, though.
Was she excited? Did she like it?
She was super excited. Caught off guard, had no clue that she was finna happen. So it was super dope.
Oh, that's fire. That's dope. That is really dope, man. Speaking of dope, man, we got some brand new stuff to get into. Future got some new promo, man, that definitely deserves a gander at, so we can talk about that. Jay Prince came to the defense of Joe Rogan on IG, and Roddy Ricch deleted his IG and Twitter. We'll tell you why. But we're going to review 2Chainz and Yo Gotti album, dual review for you, on deck TV show style. You know the way we do it. But first, Pusha T dropped his brand new single, Diet Coke, Animal Brown, produced by Ye, 88 keys on the track. I know you were here for it. What do you think?
And of course I was here for it. I'm fucking with it.
This Kanye West, didn't it?
This is exactly what you would expect from a Pusha T record in 2022. He did speak on, which I thought was interesting. He spoke on maybe switching up some of the subject matter, or at least expanding some of it, not on this particular record, but in an interview. And I thought that was interesting because we talked about that. Like, how do you come out when you're Pusha T? Do you still do like you've been doing, or do you switch it up? So clearly he listens to the show. What's up, Pusha? We're fucking with the single. I'm fucking with the single, at least. I'll see if you are. But this is right up my alley. The Kanye was in the video, and he co-produced, air quote, but you can tell the party did, though. He just did the Fat Joe part. You can if you listen to enough Kanye, you can tell that was his idea. But I like it, though. It was fire. So I don't know how much longer we got. Yesterday's price is not today's price. I don't know how much life that has left, because they've been stretching the hell out of it. But I fuck with the record, though.
I can't believe you're trying to get that out of here already. They've got a good 3 months left.
I don't know.
At least.
They've been running that,
summer.
No, not at all.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price. Is going to be valid to the summer. 100%. This Pusha T album, Diet Coke track, it'll be valid to the summer as well. I was fucking with the Diet Coke. I liked it. Pusha T didn't go too far out of the box, but it still feels fresh. It still feels updated. I like the Fat Joe sample on the front. 88 Keys did his thing. I'm anxious to see what Pusha T does throughout an album. He responded to a tweet coming from one of the bloggers or editors or writers out there, saying that unfortunately they were looking for that dope raw Pusha T. He said he's going to be expanding. He verified it on Twitter. Said, yeah, absolutely. I'm expanding my palette for this album, just like the guys over at On Deck TV show said. I won't quote it. Him directly is saying that, but like you said, clearly we were talking about it on that show. He's confirmed that on Twitter, so I'm excited to see what more this album has to offer, even outside of the Diet Coke track.
Do we get it before April?
Now, when we start talking about release dates, that's when I get a little Luther Curlish. I'm not really sure if or when we're ever gonna see this album. I said at the beginning of the year, Pusha T and Kendrick Lamar,
they on the clock.
Easy.
Them niggas on the
even
clock.
Calling it. I'm not even waiting for their albums. They just got to drop. Like, we ain't no more. When is it coming out? You two guys are like up next, on deck.
No, when you drop a video, though, you have to believe it's around the corner. Like, you have to. In 2022, niggas not dropping videos and then dropping 5 months later, like 5 days later. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the promo goes nowadays. So I'm thinking it'll be here before April. I'm thinking it might be here this month.
Here's a great question too. Why wouldn't it be? Like all the big dogs came out last year. It's clear. Coast is clear.
Yeah.
You ain't really got a Kendrick maybe doing something around Super Bowl, but
Possibly.
like the coast is pretty much clear. So you can really get off what you need to get off, say what you want to say without the fear of any of the big dogs coming and drowning out your release. Not to say that he was worried about that anyway, but why wouldn't he? Like he should be itching to get out right now.
Like you said, the coast is clear, and I'm sure the reason behind because he's not on Good Music anymore. So there may have been some contractual shit that held up the project to begin with.
Yeah,
maybe
single on Good Music though.
Really?
Yes,
because I heard he's not on there no more.
The single is definitely under Good whatever. What is it?
Getting Out Our Dreams.
Yeah, it absolutely is under that.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, we might not see no album then. He might have just put this out as a Lucy. I take back my. We might get it this month. We ain't finna see this shit.
That's nuts. Yep. Getting Out Our Dreams Incorporated / Def Jam Records.
Interesting. Okay, I thought he was off, and maybe they renegotiated, man, and goddamn it, signed a new. Who knows?
Right.
Ain't no telling, man. Someone else that's prepping for a rollout, man. It might be rollout time of the year right now, so maybe he might have something to worry about because Future is also getting ready to roll out a new single. His track is called Worst Day. He's got a very interesting guest appearance in his promo, none other than Kevin Samuels. Yes, your mans. Let me ask you, is this promo with Kevin Samuels, this random promo with Kevin Samuels, brilliant or a miss on Future's part?
The marketing team stepping up their game. We seen it with Yo Gotti. Now we looking at it with Future, like the perfect companion for Future and male masculinity and toxicity and whatever you want to call it is Kevin Samuels. So to know to be tapped in enough, like I'm gonna hit him up, and we're gonna sit here and do the therapy style, like. People are going to be gassed to see that. At the very least, it's going to be outrage marketing, and people that don't want to see it going to tell, oh, girl, you didn't see such and such together. You know that's going to be toxic. And people who are swearing they don't want to see it are going to tune in just because they're outraged. This is brilliant. This is why Future is considered a GOAT in some circles because of the type of stuff like this that he does. He's always ahead of the curve, right there with the curve, creating the curve, whatever you want to say about him. Future is that guy when it comes to stuff like this. I love it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This is pitch perfect.
And Kevin Samuels was hype.
And he probably was.
He was hype.
He
act like he wasn't hype, but he was hype.
He getting out more though. Like he was on the live with Nicki, and you know what I'm saying. Like
he was
expanded.
Nervous on the Nicki lives.
Now listen.
But anybody would be though. I ain't gonna sit here and like if we had Nicki on here, I might be slick, be nervous for a little second. But he was nervous the whole time.
He was nervous on that Nicki. His energy was completely different than usual when he was on there with Nicki though. He didn't really want no smoke. But with this, this is A+ marketing, bro. Like you said, PR teams working overtime. And this is just another example of it. This is being self-aware. Like Future knows what the thought process is behind his branding, and you lean into that shit, dude. Like fuck it, I'm a monster, whatever the case it may be. Lean into it. Toxic masculinity, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I ain't wanna.
All of that. Exactly. You name dropping Steve Harvey about his daughter and all of it. Like lean into it. Like that's why people they let him have it because he's not acting one way and then doing that. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like he's not contradicting himself. He's just owning it. Which at the end of the day, whether you agree with it or not, you at least respect the fact that he owned it. So own it. This is perfect. I'm interested to see the video now. I wasn't interested before, but now I'm gonna check it out because I want to see how they play this, dude. And I think you can thank Drake for the skit and influenced videos for Future doing that because he wasn't doing that before he linked with Drake. Please believe that.
Congratulations on bending over backwards to give Drake credit on this podcast.
Absolutely.
But what I do agree with you in is there's no way that I would have clicked on this video without someone telling me prior to, hey man, Future got a new single out. You ought to see the video. It's dope. If there hadn't been the Kevin Samuels rollout, I was the target audience for this and it worked. Like you said, I'm going to look at this video when it comes out because of this clip. That's interesting to me. They nailed it. I agree with that 100%. And I wouldn't have before.
2 thumbs up on the rollout. Can't even lie.
All right. Moving on before we get to the album review of the Yo Gotti and the 2Chainz latest releases. Dope Don't Sell Itself. And what was the name of that Yo Gotti?
CM10.
I'm just joking. CM10, yeah. But Dope Don't Sell Itself and that CM10. But first, on Instagram, or if you've been anywhere in the world lately, you've seen my guy Joe Rogan, podcast extraordinaire, taking heat out here in these streets. Had a clip of him saying nigga several times
with the hard R though.
Hard ER.
Yeah.
And Jay Prince, who's been a guest on Joe Rogan's podcast, came to his defense and said Joe Rogan, his brother, is not a racist. Animal Brown, my question to you, is it dope for Jay Prince to step in and do this? Or should he have stayed out of this?
With all due respect to Jay Prince, who I fuck with heavily,
yes,
man, sit this one out, bro. Like, this ain't no rap shit. This ain't no hip hop shit. Let Joe Rogan sink, dude. He's on an island all by himself. Him and the ghost of Rush Limbaugh, and I don't know whoever else the fuck with him, and you. Him, Rush Limbaugh, and you are on an island by themselves, dude. Why does Jay Prince need to throw out the life raft, dude, to save Joe Rogan? He'll be fine. Let him hold his nuts on his own. He will be A-okay. He doesn't need any more cosigns from anyone, although he may truly believe that, though. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know this nigga, bro. I don't know Joe Rogan. I don't know Jay Prince. But I'm saying he may truly believe that. But still, bro, unless y'all go back to like the 5th grade, man, he got it. He'll be all right. Joe Rogan, he'll be A-okay, man. Sit this one out, bro.
Hey, man, listen. I listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. If people know that listen to that, I got hit up a couple of times about this. And I could see where Jay Prince would come and want to have a favor owed by someone like Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, powerful person. 11 million people would tune in every podcast, or prior to this clip coming out, there were 11 million people per episode. That's bigger than any news outlet that comes out. And that helped Jay Prince sell some books. But I agree with you here, man. Even though Joe Rogan is my guy, I'm not the dude that's gonna stand up and say he's not racist when it's a clip of him out here saying nigga like back to back on repeat, like in the club and whenever year it came out. Yeah. I'm not gonna be the dude to stand up and say, well, hey, he's not racist.
Hey, listen to me, guys.
Joe Rogan, a big dog. He can do that himself.
Yeah.
So I don't think that Jay Prince should cheapen his word in speaking out and trying to save Joe Rogan and trying to tell our people, like you said, you don't know Joe Rogan. It's a lot of people in our community that don't listen to Joe Rogan. So when they see someone like Jay Prince, who uses his words very wisely and where he stepped in at, when you start saying, well, hey, man, Joe Rogan ain't racist, then they look up what's going on and they see this clip and they be like, you sure this dude right here not racist? Yeah. And like Jay Prince shouldn't be the one to be up, in my opinion, from our culture, the one defending it. Opinion of people, he got friends like David Chappelle. I think Kevin Hart is a friend of his. All
guests of his show.
Yeah, like those guys are friends of his. They go back and they talk about their comedy tour. So those would be people that I expect to come out and say, hey, man, you may got this dude messed up. But Jay Prince, let's keep it over here in our community, bro. Let them figure that out. I promise you, Joe Rogan got it. I promise you he does. We don't need you to roll out for this. Stay on Jay Prince Island with Kanye and do the thing in Belize, but we ain't got to run for Joe Rogan and say, hey, you're not racist on IG. We don't need it.
Nah, it just seems forced. And the knock
well, he's trying to, in my bad before, right?
Yeah.
It does seem forced, but he's trying to play the favorite card because he knows what it's like to have friends in high places. If you've read his book, you've seen where he got out from the feds coming to fuck him up from having a friend in a high place who was a state senator and was able to call off some investigations coming from the FBI. So Joe Rogan is a friend to have in a high place. I just don't know if that's the card you want to play.
No, I definitely understand. It seems random. It seems forced, and it plays to what the critique is to Jay Prince for a lot of people, that he steps into things that he's not necessarily asked to step into. You know what I mean? He kind of puts his head in business that's really not his. That's what a lot of people say about him. But so it just kind of leans toward that. But just sit this one out though, respectfully though. I don't want no smoke.
Yeah, you say I don't know about the other one not being his business. I think everything he put his hand in it has been his business up until this.
Now they said that even about the Pusha T and Drake shit though. They were like,
Drake.
Oh, they said he was trying to sell a book.
Drake is his business though.
Yeah, but they were trying to. They saying he just trying to sell a book, dude. Like, what are you doing?
But Drake's still his business though. Like that's it's always.
People just may not know that.
Yeah, it's always good for him to Drake good money. Like at some point,
that's true. That's his investment. I'm a J Prince investment.
Facts. So even if that little 2% or whatever it is, if 2% of what Jay say one time, 2% of $1 billion is goddamn, that's a lot of goddamn money, my nigga. So
that's true.
I want to make sure he keep making the billion. So even if my little 2% or whatever is a lot.
That's true.
But, moving on.
Yeah, man. Before we get to these album reviews, the rare double up album review. Roddy Ricch, your man, shortly after dropping his album, 2 months ago, Live Life Fast, he released a snippet on social media for a new record that is probably going to be on a mixtape that he's working on, Feed the Streets 3, 4, one of the two. And people were letting him know that the record was some mid. Somebody quoted and said, "We are witnessing the chance, the rapperification of Roddy Ricch." And then somebody else said, "It ain't even that bad, but I know Roddy can do way better." Roddy took to Instagram and said, "Guess I'm a flop now. Shit is crazy, 100," and then deleted both of his social medias. He got out of there. My question, did he overreact, or was it smart to take a step back from the Twitter criticisms?
He overreacted, man. This is the generation that we are not a part of. When it grew up on social media and I guess looking for instant gratification or praise. So you put your best life and your best foot forward on all your social sites and your IG stuff. And he probably worked on this song for a while and he thought he had him something. Thought he had him one, man. And then he went and didn't get the praise that he thought he should have gotten. So he dipped and got out of there. That is crazy to me. Growing up, how like we grew up and just being from a different generation, if you're going to put it out there, like stand and take the joke back.
That's true.
Like show that you got some sort of backbone. And I understand he's only 23 years old. They grew up in this. Instagram is a lot more important to his generation than it is to us. So when things happen there, like I just started watching Euphoria and those type of shows, like those like kid shows or whatever it may call, they give you a good idea of how much of an impact those things play into the lives of people about his age. So I guess I get it. I guess for his mental health per se, he's big on that. That was part of the thing on Clubhouse that he would want to get in that space, especially if he's working on new music. I understand it, but don't put it out there. Just wait, man. Like give it to your close circle of friends where you ain't even got to go through that. Continue living your best life on Instagram instead of testing music from it. Yeah, but I get it. I get it from his generation.
Yeah, I mean, he did overreact. However, he has been taking heat since the album came out because all anybody is saying is it's cool, but it ain't what that last one was. It ain't that box. You know what I'm saying? So that please excuse me for being antisocial. They like, nigga, it ain't that. Like that shit was fire. This shit mid. So he's been hearing a lot of that. And then you put out a new record because you got your mixtape brewing, and then you getting hit more and more and more. It can take a toll, and I understand it. And I wish he would have took the high road and been like, okay, yeah, okay, song mid. Let me get back in the studio and double down and deliver something that my fans can fuck with. Not just now I'm overrated. Now I'm some slaw. I'm out. Okay.
Oh, now I can't rap.
Yeah, that just you took your ball and went home, bro. Like that's kind of some slaw. But don't be on social like I get it, bro. Just be Kendrick Lamar with the socials, bro. Like don't be on the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't necessarily have to be on there like that, bro.
It's too important. Well, he obviously not. He deleted it.
That's what I'm saying. Like disable your comments, bro, and just post pictures of what you want people to see. And delete your Twitter. Get off or let the intern run the Twitter, bro. You ain't got to see that shit. That's how you protect your mental space. Like he say, antisocial.
If it's making you that mad, where you got to delete it and you in this thing where I guess I flop and all of that. If
you don't need to be on it to begin with, then, bro.
Something need to change. But like if it's just where you go to get your shit off, then get your shit off and get out of there. But like throwing a temper tantrum, that will always be wild to me. Like that's nuts.
Because you got to take the feedback, bro. The feedback is important.
You gonna put it out there? Why wouldn't you put it? What are you putting it out there for? If not to get criticism,
or just to get feedback? But you got to know that criticism come with it, though.
Know that everybody not gonna like it either. You ain't got. I said that I've said this on here before. You ain't got another box coming, bro. I promise you that. If that's what he waiting on, he can fucking forget it. Like, and I know his fans.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
And he ain't got another box coming, bro.
He's talented, bro. He can harmonize. Cool. As long as you can harmonize, you can make another hit single, bro.
He ain't making that. He might make another hit single, but he ain't never gonna do that again. You can quote me on that, my nigga.
That box is a monster.
Especially if he deleting his IG behind and putting mid songs out on Instagram that he thought was gonna hit. Because if he didn't think it was gonna hit, he wouldn't be deleting this shit.
Yeah.
So he obviously thought that this was the one of them ones, and it wasn't. And that really pissed him off, and he got out of there.
I feel him though. I'm not mad at him. Like it's one thing if you're like, yo, I'm gonna take a sabbatical off this shit, bro. I need to clear my head because it could be a lot, bro. I'm not even famous, nigga, and it could be a lot. Yeah. So I can understand his mentions and DMs and all the goofy shit that come across his radar on a daily basis. I can understand that, but just don't say, "Oh, I guess I'm whack now." Oh, I guess I'm like, don't say that though. But the chance the ramification is hilarious though.
That's fucking fun. People online are fucking hilarious, man. Jeez, please.
That's what be hurt because that should be funny.
Be funny.
That's why I hurt.
Like, where do these niggas get this shit from?
Oh shit! All right, dual album, double album. It's been a long time since we've done this, though.
It has.
Yeah. The year is heating up. People starting to drop.
South got something to say, man. When big South albums come out, we got to do our due justice, since you won't get it from another podcast. The On Deck TV show will give it to you. 2 big dog Southern artists came out, so we had to address it.
That's a fact, man. 2Chainz, Dope Don't Sell Itself, and Yo Gotti CM10, which is a double album. Don't see that too often either. Nice. Which one? Let's do 2Chainz first, just because it's a single album. I feel like that makes the most sense. Mm-hmm. I know that's your man's. What were your expectations going into it? I know you was a little scared. He said this was the last trap album.
I was a little scared going into it because the singles did not just catch me that way. I was expecting something different from 2Chainz. I'm still waiting on the soulful, that 2Chainz, the Kanye-esque.
It's on the way.
The blueprint type shit. That's what I was waiting on still. Mm-hmm. But I knew this album wouldn't be that. And going into it, I was expecting at least something similar to what Pretty Girls got, like trap music, something in that vein. If he was going to stop making the trap stuff, I felt like he would go out with a bang and try his best to catch him one per se, and really give you 2Chainz. That's what I was expecting. What did you expect going into it?
Man, I'm gonna be real. I don't go into 2Chainz projects having that much of an expectation. Like I'm a fair weather 2Chainz fan, meaning I like him. He's not on my top, you know what I'm saying, favorites, but he's also not like in the bottom. He's somewhere in the middle. And so, you know, I like the last project was So Help Me God. I think that was the last one. Right. The Rapper Go to the League. Those were cool projects. You know what I'm saying? I really did like Pretty Girls Like Trap Music is banging to me though.
Yes.
Like I to me, that's his best project. I know you like the first joint, but I like the trap music. That shit was hard. I think those days are behind him in terms of song making. You know what I'm saying? Like in terms of putting a full body of work together. So my expectations were somewhere in the middle. When I listened to it, my first thought though, because I listened on some headphones first. I went straight through. I didn't run nothing back. I was like, okay, this really ain't. Like, I really thought it was low key. I thought it was some slaw when I first listened to it. Like, it didn't do nothing. It didn't move me on the first listen. Once I gave it the car test, some things started to stand out a little more. And then I ran it back on the headphones. And I was like, okay, it's some things on here that I like. So I'm not going to just dog it like that. But when I first listened, though, I wasn't really feeling it. I'm going to keep it a stizzack. What did you think when you first heard it, though?
Initial thoughts, I was like you, because I had, like, you have in your mind what you think like a 2Chainz album is going to sound like, because you've heard good ones. And we remember what the good 2Chainz albums sound like. And they would have like some of the slow soulful stuff. They have the big beats like on No Lie and I Love the Strippers or whatnot. But you have it in your head what you think a 2Chainz album going to sound like. And this didn't sound like. So I, like you, had my headphones in and I went through it. I was like, dude, what is this?
It was me.
And my homeboy Scoops hit me up and he was like, yo, boy, bullshit, ain't it? He said, I done heard 2 bad reviews about the 2Chainz. He asked me and I heard, and I said, yeah, I just skimmed through it. And I ain't impressed.
My boy hit me too. My boy hit me,
Yeah.
said, this 2Chainz ain't nothing. Early Friday. He like, this
Yeah.
2Chainz slick ain't nothing.
I got the same text 2 times over on Friday. I was like, damn, 2Chainz really bullshit. But again, I was after I did, like you said, I sit with it and I was like, it can't be. I got to go back.
Exactly.
I took a time off. I listened to that Yo Gotti.
Right.
And as I listened to it, I got out of my head what I was expecting to hear and listen to what he was doing.
Yeah, you go.
And I do like more so every time that I listen to it, what he was doing, because it's 2Chainz. It's still him. It's just, it's grown up some. And I'm watching the Wu-Tang series on Hulu, and what it made me think of, how we used to listen to like Raekwon and Ghostface, and they would have this terminology and slang when I was younger that was so New York, and I'd be like, dude, what the fuck are they talking about?
Right.
But now that I'm older and I'm listening to 2Chainz and he's from the South, it's the same thing, just from a Southern point of view on this album. My point, like he using terminology and slang that you got to be from Clayton County, South Atlanta, Georgia to understand, or at least been through some of the shit that he been through, where he throwing the words together. So I get it. He using terminology and slang, like he really doubled down on just, I'm gonna be 2Chainz, and let y'all know to the title that dope don't sell itself on this. So as I listened to it that way and just took all my expectations off, I liked it. It grew on me a lot.
Yeah, it grew on me too. And like I still haven't gotten. I'm not at the I like it a lot stage, but it did grow on me. I did some of the joints that really stood out. If I had to just pick three, I really like that Kingpin Ghostwriter though. That shit hard with
and
Baby.
they all got a bop to it. Like you can all on your
Agreed.
head, like it's a cooler like that.
That
like
got a little bounce to it. That's
through. Yeah,
that shit is hard. I also like Lost Kings. I did like that with Dirk. I thought that was I like that Dirk is involved in these records where there's a little bit of introspection. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? How can we be king when they're killing off all the kings? You know what I'm saying? Like, kings, I like that he's on records like that, because he's on something similar on that Donda, where he's on that. He's not just when we pull up in the track hawk with the sticks and that, like he do that too, but at least it shows some type of balance and growth as an artist and a person. So I'm glad he's doing that. And then lastly, I like that Vlad TV. That shit hard. Like those three go in, bro. Like I fucked with those three. So those are my standouts that I really grew to like. And there's a couple more I rock with too. Those are just three that jump out to me off the top.
The ones that jump out to me, and those are good three. I like too the Kingpin Ghostwriter. Baby ripped it. He's on a streak. He don't miss. Just call him Steph Curry from the booth. He pulling up from anywhere. Also at Free BG. I like that hard. Free BG, man. That's like hard. I like him paying homage to BG. The video, they paying homage to him. Like,
oh, they got a video?
There's a video to it. Absolutely. They paying homage to Cash Money. You gotta check that out. That's but hard. Again, that's 2Chainz. That's like a 2Chainz version of this shit. This the shit that raised me, the big timers and
that's
BG,
his era, bro.
Boys. That's his era. And to hear that on the track, it really embodies what he was trying to do on this album. I like that. I also like that Caymans with Sway Lee. It's a cool vibe. I like it, man. It's a vibe. No, it don't throw off the album. I like the song a lot. Again, I think it fits all together. He put this together conducive, like it's put together well. As far as you get in, you get out. It's 32 minutes, 12 songs. It don't never really stop giving you that bop and that beat. I feel like that you can play this if you going rolling, you on a road trip, you going on vacation, you rented a car and you rolling from one spot to the next. Like he'll keep you with that energy, with that vibe on this album. It never really stops from the front to the end. Even it's a dope little skit coming in talking about the studio that he used to have. Yeah. And it ends with like just boom, man, we done. We out of here. I like it.
I like I watched his Breakfast Club and he talked about the soulful album that he was trying to do. And he said that's coming because they asked him about being the last trap album. What does that really mean? Like, what does that mean? And he's saying that he's going to drop the album with Static Selector. That's going to be more soulful sample type shit and less 808 and all that. Kind of like how the lane that Freddie Gibbs found with Alchemist and Static Selector and stuff like that. Like that Alfredo lane, that's where he's about to try his hand at it. Currency's in that lane too. I mean, there's several people in the lane, but he's about to try his hand at that. So I'm like, oh, okay. Because he was like, nigga, I can rap. So I'm like, that's interesting. I hope he can still keep his personality in that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to lose that. because you're gonna lose the bop. There's not gonna be a Kingpin Ghostwriter on that type of album. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be gone. There's not gonna be no lie on there. So I'm interested to see how he transitions. But when I say he's gonna have an album with all Static Selector, kind of like how Freddie Gibbs got Alfredo, what does that mean to you? Are you intrigued by that, or are you like, man?
I'm intrigued by that because I agree with 2Chainz. I think he can rap. And sometimes he does have to show too much personality in order to show that he can rap. Like sometimes it overshadows him rapping. And I think that he tried his hand at that on this album, as far as rapping, but still keeping it flashy and still giving you the 2Chainz that you know. But as always, he's always said it's important to him that people know that he's a lyricist.
That's a fact.
And that's what makes me excited about that announcement. And I almost have to downplay it to myself so that'll never come out, just so I don't have high expectations and be sitting around waiting on this, because I feel like it'll be banging. And I feel like that'll be a dope lane that he can. That's one of those things where he's always been ahead of the curve. He's always done great marketing for himself. We saw the switch from Titty Boy to 2Chainz, leaving the Player Circle group after Duffel Bag Boy. That will be another one of those things where if the pivot is good and he can just, like, I can see him effortlessly getting in that lane, being a rapping ass nigga on some of those Static Selector beats. We talking about 5-6 more years. And that's 40.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we talking about him going in because that ain't gonna take a lot for him to do. He got that in him. It's just, is it gonna be receptive? That's
a good point. Yeah, I'm interested to hear that too, man. But there's a couple of joints on here I didn't think worked for me. I didn't like the attempts at him connecting with the youth. Like the Sway Lee joint didn't move me. The NBA Young Boy, that didn't move me either. And the 42 Doug joint didn't move me like that. I get what he was saying. He was trying to bridge the gap, which I understand and stay quote unquote relevant with their crowd. But it didn't work, bro. Like the NBA Young Boy, it only sounded like he would rap on that beat, bro. Like it just,
I ain't like that.
That didn't work to me. And bro, I heard one of these songs. I thought about you immediately. I would have paid money to hear your face when that Laffy Taffy sample came on Neighbors Know My Name. Don't. I know you was disgusted. I was like, what? It's not terrible, but it's just the thought of it, though.
You know how high he was to be thinking, like he had to be like so high off some weed from somewhere, like who knows where he got it from to get that high. Just be like, man, I'm gonna rip that. Man, like nobody around him could tell him, because I'm sure several people told him. I don't think that's a good idea, bro.
Yeah, leave that one off, bro. Record it, but don't put it on the project.
It's
bro.
Like, I'm 2Chainz, nigga. I'm gonna record over this Laffy Taffy. But yeah, that was one of the ones that immediately didn't work for me in the beginning, but it did grow on me a little bit though.
It's not terrible.
Once you get over it being Laffy Taffy, then you're like, oh yeah, it ain't actually that bad, but that's true. It ain't great. Me, the Young Boy, I didn't like the Young Boy feature. The 10 Bracelets didn't do anything for me.
No,
could have definitely left that off of there. And I ain't like the Lil Durk song, bro. Like, I think I appreciate Lil Durk being introspective. I get it. I understand what you're saying there, but I feel like this one was forced. I do feel like that he is in that bag right now, and it's made me want to hear his album more. I've never wanted to check out a Lil Durk album. No knock to him. It's just I'm not his target audience. I understand that. So I ain't gonna go to a Lil Durk album and be like, nah, it's some slaw, when I know it's not for me. Yeah. But on the features that I've heard him lately, like you said, the introspective, the thing that he was doing with Baby, like it's made me want to hear him a lot more. So I just feel like that this one was forced though. Like I feel like the Chainz was sitting there and he was saying, well, I need some introspective. Durk been doing it lately. Let me go get him. As opposed to it being more natural. So that one didn't really work for me either.
I like that. That's on Moneybagg Yo some small.
And people ain't using Moneybagg Yo right, man. Because that feature and we'll get to it later, like that feature on Yo Gotti ain't no good. And Moneybagg Yo is like, I thought he could rap. I think he can rap. I thought he's a good artist.
Yeah, but that song is trash. We just had a pop it. Somebody did that last year or a year before. Yeah. Bankroll Freddie and Megan the Stallion. It sounds generic as fuck too. I was like, bro, what is this? Y'all can think of no phrase but pop it. Bro,
I'm slick disrespected if I'm Moneybagg Yo. 2Chainz called me to get on this. Like,
man,
bro, I can rap too, my nigga. Is what I would have told him. Like, bro, just so you know, when I send this back, I can rap too, bro. You ain't gotta call me for the juvenile back that ass up shit.
Man, yeah, call me for the static. Call me for the next album, bro. The
man,
Alchemist joint,
too, my nigga. Like, don't be calling me for this shit, cause like Moneybagg Yo got some bars.
Yeah,
I feel like Yo Gotti and 2Chainz called him for the like, pop that pussy, like,
yeah,
nigga,
like
get the shit out of here, bro. I'm sending this back to y'all, nigga. Get out of here.
I act like I ain't get that email, nigga. I be like, I ain't. You send me some? Damn, bro.
You ain't got nothing else, bro. I can't get on that palm trees in Memphis,
man,
God,
bro.
Damn.
But yeah, before we get to that Gotti, what's your what are you giving this 2Chainz, man, out of 5 reels?
I wasn't as mad with this 2Chainz as I was when I first started it. And after listening back to it again, it was actually something that I save a couple songs and saying when I go on vacation, I'm gonna want to hear it. I gave it 3 reels.
Okay. Yeah. I ain't mad at that. I'm gonna go right underneath that. I'm gonna say 2.5. I'm gonna say good, worth streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna say good, worth streaming. No, excuse me, that's 3 reels. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it right at 3. 3 is good, worth streaming. I'm here for that. Yeah, it's worth checking out. It's a couple of joints. It grew on me. I had again that first listen though, bro. I was super unimpressed.
It ain't one of those you're gonna get on the first one.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit. Anybody that listened one time and then deleted it off, just run it back.
Run it back.
Give it another chance.
Yeah, just run it one more time.
Be
like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Just trust us on that. Let's get to this Yo Gotti, man. A double album, concept album on the low. It's called CM10 Free Game. You got side A and you have side B. I want to say side A is like the trap shit and side B is kind of more like the grown shit. I don't know. I think that's how it go. But anyway,
what's the names of it? Ain't it like
it just say side A, side B?
Oh, I thought it was like one was the free side and one was the game side.
Oh, maybe so. I don't fucking know. Like it. I don't know. It's all hard. It's hard to do on digital when it's a double disc, dude. This would have hit a lot better.
Back in my day,
if we was in Best Buy, this would have hit a whole lot better.
Would have been killing different color CDs and shit, nigga. One would have been black, one would have been white. Got me scrolling through 40 songs now,
man. But
get out of here, bro.
We got this new Gotti double disc. What was your expectations going into this? I know we touched on it a little bit with the promo and the rollout, but musically, what were you expecting?
Musically, I think Yo Gotti has been one of the most consistent guys in his class. And in his class, I've been talking about T.I.G., Gucci Mane, 2Chainz. Yo Gotti is Rick Ross. He's right up there with those guys in consistency, but he's kind of overlooked sometimes. And with that being said, before I knew it was a double CD, I knew that you were going to get at least 12, 13 songs of good, consistent. Yo Gotti been doing this 25, 30 years. Because even with the last couple albums, that's what it's been. Like, he's got a formula that he sticks to. He go in there, he knock it out. This is like a production line for him. I ain't going stray outside the box. I know this works. I know the return. I'm going to get on this. So that's exactly what I expected, more of the same, which is not a bad thing in Yo Gotti's case. It's been working for him for years.
Yeah, I was expecting, again, every once in a Gotti will have a couple on this project. Like he stays with a couple.
Still catching one. Yep.
Yeah, he's that artist. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't necessarily sit here and be able to point out one of these last 4 or 5 that just stood out just crazy to me. But I've been messing with Gotti for a long time, so I respect what he got going on. And I always check out his project. You know what I'm saying? And it's never like, oh, nigga, that shit garbage. But it's also never like, damn, a nigga just dropped a classic. So it's kind of always what you see is what you get. He doesn't take too many risks, but he always has a couple. And so I was expecting he's probably gonna have a couple. I didn't know it was a double disc though until I hit play though. I said side B, what the fuck? I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't know any of that shit. And I'm actually glad I didn't know that, because when I listen to side B first, whatever the one he's in front of the rolls, I listened to that first.
What streaming service do you have where it's split up? On Spotify, it just got him in front of the rolls with the suit on.
Nah, there's 2. On Apple, there's side A and he's in front of the Jeep with the ice on, and then there's side B where he's in front of the rolls. So it's 2 on what's the name?
Yeah, I'm just seeing one.
But it's weird because the one in front of the rolls has has both CDs.
Now I see. Okay, Spotify does have one, but it's like the dual one.
Exactly.
So both of them.
Yeah.
One on each side.
So yeah, he got the other cover where he in front of the track. First of all, I don't know if Jeep is paying niggas to name drop Trackhawk, but I've heard that 1,000 times in the last year, dude. And they have to be paying niggas, bro.
They hard. Have you seen them?
Are they paying niggas to say this though, dude? Because they giving the free. You talk about free game? It's free promotion, dude.
If the car hard and it's $100,000 car, like them Trackhawks can go for like 100.
Yeah, they 90. First of all, paying 90 for a Jeep is nuts.
Yeah, they hard though. They damn near like it ain't got the name of like a Range Rover or nothing, but that's the class that that's its comparison. That is this comp vehicle. Like go look at the shit, the specs and shit on that motherfucker. It's hard.
Niggas is giving away the freest promo of all time, dude. They have to be getting.
Once one nigga say that in a rap and it's 100,000, and you see it on the video, everybody. This is like the same thing with them Hellcats. Same thing happened with the Hellcats.
It's monkey see, monkey do for sure.
Yeah.
But I initially when I'm listening to this, I listen to the grown up side, air quote, first. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking to myself, after I got to like number 4 or 5, I'm like, well, first of all, the intro, the thinking hours when he addressed the Dolph shit, I thought he addressed it flawlessly.
Is that like, why I woke up my whole city crying?
I thought he killed that. I thought that was the only way he could address that. I thought he did it perfectly, like literally word for word. That is how you address this situation, dude. You don't do no interview about the shit. Because he did an interview with the nigga from Complex and they didn't talk about the Dolph shit. Not to my knowledge. And so this is how you do it. You talk about it just like this. I thought that was flawless. And after I got to like 6 or 7 that just left the Hamptons and the palm trees and I'm like, hey man, like this Gotti a problem, nigga. I'm just like it's got the samples and the sped up soul. So I'm like, nigga, this shit is stupid. So by the time I got to the end, I'm like, nigga, I ain't skip a song on that side B, nigga. I ain't touched the goddamn dial, nigga. And then I got the other side, which was more the trap shit, which was cool too. And I was like, oh, okay, I see what he's doing. And that's when I kind of got it and ran the other side back. But initially, I was impressed. I was like, yo, this shit banging, bro. Like straight up.
When you say see what he doing, what do you mean?
In terms of the dual, like the concept album. So like one side is the trap club type shit, and then the other side is the grown man bossed up. Like he got songs called Crypto, Just Left the Hampton, Strapped in Calabasas. You know what I'm saying? Like he's on more grown man boss shit on one disc on the rolls, and then he's on the trap shit with the Trackhawk and shit. But and niggas have tried this, dude. We know Nelly with Sweatsuit and fucking T.I. versus T.I. That Sweatsuit is mid. Stop. And somebody Cassidy split personality, and niggas have tried this before to varying degrees of success. But this was impressive, dude. I was actually very impressed by this album and how he pulled that off. What did you think though when you checked it out?
I like you did not know it was a double album when I first started listening to it. I just let it play, and the first one I heard was the Dolph song too. So I played it 2 different ways. Like at one point, like I said, I hit it on and it start from side B, and at the other point it start from side A.
Yeah.
It's just neither here nor there. But I was like you on that first side. When I hit it and it started from that side, I was like, damn, this Gotti was in his bag on here.
Yeah.
But listening to it straight through, with the club side, it kind of got preachy. And what I mean by it is like there's a subject matter that he stuck to its themes, like you said, throughout the album.
For sure.
And if you cut it off on that first album, then you walking away like you said, this Gotti's a problem. But if you running them together like a double CD in a digital age, it's kind of like he hammering the point home too much of, hey, you should be doing this, hey, you should be doing that. And that's cool. Like, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it's just too long. And if it's too long, it just starts to get preachy because there's not a lot of different subject matter, in my opinion. But I think the album was good. He's done a great job. I didn't think it needed to be a double CD. I think that at this point in time in Yo Gotti's career, I don't need the street side, bro. I know, like, you certified already. Like, I don't need you to reiterate any of that. And I get it's like what you said with 2Chainz kind of trying to stay there with the youth. But I got 42 Doug and I got all the rest of my roster of artists for the youth. I really don't need them. I don't need them for the numbers. I don't need them for nothing. The promo should have captured them enough, and I can throw that on the other side. But my only complaint, like I said, running through it straightways is just too long. And the reason that it was too long, I didn't agree with, and that was him trying to steal gravitate to the streets when Yo Gotti's a boss. Like, you can just give me all that boss shit on side one, walk up out the booth, sell 15,000 first week, and you even stronger in my mind just based off the message that came off those 12, 13 songs.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he was looking for that.
Man, this is his 10th album. He's probably one of the most consistent rappers in the game. Like I say this, and I was talking to my homie today, and then he was like, "Hey, bro, if I rapped and I modeled my career after somebody, I would, excluding Jay. Let's exclude the obvious motherfuckers.
Right.
Hey, like I low key would want my career to go like Yo Gotti's is gone, bro. Like his rap Carfax is pretty solid, dude. Like he got hits. He's been relevant for a very long time. Like, how long Yo Gotti been getting at least 40 a show, bro? Since 06? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's been successful for a very long time. He has one of the more successful rap labels in terms of producing other stars and talent that we've probably seen, probably more than a Grand Hustle or more than a CTE, even more than a DTP. He's got his executive hat on. This nigga, he done linked up with big dogs like Hove and shit. Like, dude, rap career, he ain't really had to do no goofy shit. You ain't seen Gotti like dancing in no video, trying to do TikTok dance.
Suits on.
Yeah, you ain't seen him with no goofy ass leprechaun suit on, bro. Like Gotti's,
and all his beef's been legit. It ain't been no like crazy beef.
He ain't been robbed on camera, beat up and shit. Like, bro, he's had a really respectable rap career, dude.
No jail stints.
No hiccups like that. Like he ain't caught up in no gossip sites and shit, bro. Like he's low key. Right. He's been successful. He talks about part ownership of the soccer team. I already know what people are gonna say. He probably owns 5%. Nigga, who gives a shit, nigga? Like
of $1 billion is a lot of money. Like Jay said, to quote him again.
Come on now. And plus coming from like we remember Yo Gotti with the Nike headband on, bro. Like, nigga, when you go from that.
Sell my dope, don't trust no bitch. Like, nigga, like we're from Nashville. So
right.
We remember Yo Gotti, like you said, going back. I remember when we first moved here to Atlanta, it was 2010, 11. Yeah. We had have a homeboy who's from Kansas City. And we used to challenge him. Oh, Yo Gotti a star, bro. He was like, bro, I've never even heard a Yo Gotti song outside of in the club. He's like, y'all niggas the first people that I heard listening to Yo Gotti. And this was this was 2010.
Yeah.
But that goes to the point of how long, like you said, he's been grinding. He was grinding, had a name in Tennessee, the Southeast region, a long time before he even hit with 5-Star Chick or whatever it was that blew him up. But like you said, toe for toe, if we going on the timeline, it ain't too many niggas that can compare with Yo Gotti.
That's what I'm saying.
What that song Rap Check is like. The Rap Check is
that song was hard too, though.
Yeah,
that song was hard. But that's what I'm saying. You can look at damn near anybody's career, bro. Niggas got a prison stint that stumbled up the bag. Niggas, bro, you can look at a lot of people's career, bro. It's really tough to find one that doesn't have a lot of smears and smudges on it, dude. And like, dude, shit is pretty clear. Outside of some baby mama shit that nobody outside of Memphis gave a shit about. Like, now I don't even really count shit like that, but and I get it, it's not the cool thing to say with all due respect to Dolphin shit. I know they had their little rap beef or whatnot, but still, bro, that nigga, his career
is the biggest smudge on his career.
I mean, yeah, exactly. That's true. Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate how that ended. You know what I'm saying? Whether that got something to do with him, who the fuck knows? But that his rap career, bro, is respectable, especially the business. Remember, we done told this story 1,000 times. We met him 05, 06. He was talking about 50 Cent and how 50 was moving business-wise. He was talking like that back then, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
a real admiration for 50.
He had a huge, and he might have still had the Nike headband on. He might have still been wearing that, dude. And he was talking about, nigga, the business plays that 50 was making. Niggas was tripping off the beefs that 50 was doing. Gotti was sitting there telling us about how he was fucking with the business plays. And so that kind of let you know where he was at with it.
And they had a checkbook that was this size, though.
And that the big ledger, nigga.
This size. It was like niggas said, oh, you came up here to get paid? Oh, hold on.
They got the scroll checkbook.
Nigga wrote the check with a big ass crayon. Nigga.
With a feather pen, nigga. Like, man, dude. So
that was, like you said, that was 05, 06.
Nigga, that shit crazy, man. But go back to the album, though. What's the joints that stood out to you?
I'll start with that first album. The joints that stuck out to me, The collect call I like. Giving it back. Let's no, I'm on the wrong side. Wrong side. Thinking hours, like you said, banging. Palm trees, Memphis, banging. God. Just left the Hamptons. Rap check.
Yeah.
Free game. And yeah, that's it. The collect calls, I do like that too.
Yeah.
And I like that. Those are the ones that I really like that stood out to me. Most of the ones, like I said, on side A didn't miss. I was going straight through that. Side B, there were a couple that stood out. I didn't like. Well, we'll get to that in a second. But what stood out for you? What'd you like?
Man, that whole disc one, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie. That just left the Hamptons, bro. That palm trees in Memphis, that strapped in Calabasas, like all that shit go. And he talking that talk on there too, man. Like that, like disc one is more my bag in terms of how I like to listen to my rap, where I'm at. When niggas talking about big dog investments and nigga, what do you say? I used to think 100 bricks was ill until I seen a nigga drop 100 mil on a crib. Like that, like talk like that. I like motivational shit like that. Like that for me personally. And I like the style production on that project too. So that side, that whole thing to me was going. If I had to look at side B or whatever the fuck, this too, Rap Check was fire. I like the song with 42 Doug and ESTG too. That shit is hard. Like this is like whip music, bro. This for the car. You know what I'm saying? This is when you ride and you headed to wherever the hell you headed to, and you try to get there quickly. And you need some music to ride to, like this
motivation, some speed racer music.
It's some speed racer music, dude. Yeah. Like that's what that is. Like I fuck with it, and I like Shoot Off too, where he just going off with no hook, and even a song with Black Youngster, bro. Like I fuck with that too, even though Black Youngster
verse not that bad.
No, Black Youngster verse was some slaw because he is some slaw, so therefore his verse is going to be some slaw.
It wasn't that bad.
It's tolerable though. But I will say this though. I was riding with my gal and I was listening to the first side with the thinking hours and all that. And we got about 2 or 3 songs deep and she was like, can you play like the more like up tempo Gotti? Like where is that at? Right? Like she likes that. So that goes to show you that that's how artists have to service who their fan base is. They can't just give you 10 thinking hours, bro, because somebody like her gonna be like, okay, like it's all mid-tempo bars and she's like, okay, that's cool, but nigga, where I played a song with Black Youngster, she turned up. So I'm like,
that's funny. My girl was like, I think I listened to the other one and she was like, is he mad? Why Yo Gotti so mad?
That's funny.
Hers is, she was like, what is so mad about? Her favorite part of Yo Gotti is the more introspective songs. Like he had the one about his man. Like her favorite Yo Gotti song is the one about his manager dying.
That shit hard.
When he telling that story about his manager dying, like that's her favorite Yo Gotti.
Not on this album, it's on another album.
Yeah, it's on another album. So she's looking for that. So it's like completely opposite of what you said. That's ironic that you said that.
But the point is, there's people who like different versions of the same artist, which is why Drake has to mix up the shit that he makes, which is why Gotti has to do 2 CDs with it. You know what I'm saying? He can't just give you one because there's gonna be a section of people that's gonna be like, where's the dollar for dollar? Or where's the, you know what I'm saying?
Well, mine it. And they used to be on mixtapes, I think, back in the day. Like, that's true. You would get, hey, this is on the mixtape. You looking for that, and then you would get an album. Like, this is what that is.
That's true. What did you at the end of the day though? Where you got it on the scale?
On a scale of 1 to 5 reels, I gave that Yo Gotti 3.5. Just too long. That first one. If it had been, it probably would have been 4.5, a whole nother reel more if it just been one album, but 3.5, I think, if I combine the two, banging. What'd you have?
I'm thoroughly impressed with this album, dude, and I don't want to jump off a cliff, but I think this is his best project since what's the one with the intro on it, bro? It's his best project since then.
What intro on it? That's what's up.
It's been a long time coming.
Damn.
It's his best album since then, because that album is banging. That album is complete, back to basics.
I had to have something in between that.
No, he ain't had nothing. I ain't saying it's been trash, but I'm just saying that's his best shit.
That's it. That's his pinnacle.
That's his pinnacle. And this is on that. So I'm gonna give this one 4.5. It's superb. And this will be on my top 10 at the end of the year. This album is stupid.
That's nuts.
I'm fucking with it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm thoroughly impressed in this day and age when everybody's throwing out, they unloading a hard drive and throwing out 35 songs.
Yeah.
And trying to get the streaming numbers. He gave us 11 and 11.
Facts.
I'm here for that, dude. Like it's straight the rap check where he talking about his career and where it done came. He got themes on here and everything, dude. Like bro, like,
and we would be remiss not to mention the fruition of the contest of the person who made, what was the dude name who made it on there?
10%, I think.
10%. Now, he was signed to CMG. It came out.
Yeah, I mean the fix was in. We knew that.
The fix was in.
Yeah, the fix.
But the dope part of it is he came out and announced, Yo Gotti came out and announced that all the artists that uploaded songs, he was going to release the rights for them to upload it and have that Yo Gotti feature, and that way they can get paid from it.
Yep.
Unprecedented, fire, dope idea. That's the shit that Yo Gotti does is going to make him even more of a legend in the game.
Facts.
What do you got to say about that?
No, I thought it was genius, bro. And even because of course, like you said, the fix was in with the dude who actually made the album. But then he also, in addition to giving people the rights to the record, or at least the license to use it and get paid off of it, he also highlighted about a handful of ones that he picked on Instagram. Like one gal was in school, he finna pay her tuition. And then another dude, a couple of guys was in jail. He said he gonna put money on their books, give me their information. It was another dude, he was like, holler at me. He was 17, said, holler at me when you turn 18. I got something for you. Like he handpicked a couple of people and made their day or year or life. And so it's like, bro, like this is easy promo. You would think, and we talked about this when Nicki did this a couple of years ago when she went on Twitter and started paying for people's tuitions that were hitting her up on Twitter. Like use your $1 million budget that you would do for a billboard in Times Square that nobody gives a shit about anymore. Just do shit like this, dude. Like,
Drake did that, right? With the God's Plan.
Drake did it with the God's Plan. Exactly. Like you do stuff like that. That is way
more impactful to do right now. Like you can use that to do when people gonna start talking about your shit. That is true. That's way more impactful right now.
You see the update from the girl in the God's Plan? She got like her doctorate and got a whole bunch of shit. Like, dude, like, come on, bro. Like, nigga, we need more of that.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
And like you said, that has to come from artists who think about it, not just doing the normal shit and having people in those rooms and in those, like when I was alluding to the marketing and what it could have been, like, don't get me wrong, great job, but putting people in position to put those plays together like that, those rooms of people thinking about it. But yeah, you're right.
Agreed. And real quick though, because I forgot a couple of joints that I didn't rock with. The song with Kodak Black I thought was some mid. That one really didn't move me like that. And then, like you said, the one with Moneybagg Yo, that was just okay. It was a little too
bag, man.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a little. It was a layup. It was just a little too typical, a little too easy, low hanging fruit. But other than that, bro, like I fuck with the man. I'm not touching disc one. Like I'm letting that ride. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. It's just those two that really didn't move me. But other than that, I fuck with it. What we got, man?
Some using the streaming forms.
You said who?
Is Moneybagg Yo using the streaming forms?
Man, I don't know, man. Nah, hell no. Nah.
He sold a lot of albums, man, and they calling him out the bullpen for that bullshit.
That's true.
Jeez,
we know for two this weekend.
All right. So wins and losses, man. We're gonna do the first one a different type of way. Maybe we'll switch to it. I want to ask you instead of assigning the win and loss.
Okay.
Win or a loss to Nicki said she will never let her son grow up to be a rapper. Is that a win or a loss, AB?
That's probably a win because no one, the siblings or the offspring are never really as dope as the parents.
Please no.
So we don't need little Nicki or whatever. Like we don't need that. Lil Minaj, we don't need that.
Like
good on that.
My barber keeps trying to get me to listen to Puff son. And
why would you do that?
Swears that he's good. Man. Like the last two times,
he sound like Puff. Like, come on,
exactly. Bro. Like he played the same song. And they're like, bro, you played this last time. He's not good. I don't like it.
Yeah, we cool.
Somebody else, and it was funny because Derb came up. I was meeting Derb, and he asked Derb. He's like, "What's the nigga name? King Combs."
King Combs, yeah.
Like, do you fuck with King Combs? And Derb was like, "No, nigga. Like nobody fucks with King Combs, dude."
Respectfully, no.
That was hilarious. Exactly. All right, win or a loss to Kid Cudi. He's getting a game played in Joe Burrow, Cincinnati Bengals jersey. They headed to the Super Bowl this weekend. That's
a big W. Being from Ohio, being from Cleveland, Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi don't know a goddamn thing about football. Let's be very clear. But
That's a fact.
Can you picture Kid Cudi trying to play football?
You even know who Joe Burrow is?
He might not even know who Joe Burrow is. But the fact that he got that dope ass piece of memorabilia, because listen, not many things in Cincinnati Bengals history has been worth holding on to. So even though Kid Cudi has no clue who the Bengals are, who Joe Burrow is, or what sport they even play, it's dope to have this piece of memorabilia.
I'm debating on if I want to say this or not, but I want to go ahead. He gonna make it a jersey dress.
He gonna bring back jersey dresses, dude.
My guy Sam gonna hate that because Kid Cudi is this guy.
I fuck with Kid Cudi too, though. I'm looking forward to this new shit.
Man.
But that's
all
funny.
right, man. W or a L, this one's easy too. Bugazi the Don?
Bugsy.
He's facing Bugsy the Don. He's facing 2 years for the Capitol Riot mixtape cover using that footage.
This nigga's
big L. That's a big L,
big,
right?
Big L. L is in jail, nigga. Like, bro, 2 years behind that. If y'all, I'm sure y'all have seen this mixtape cover, but it's the dude sitting on front of the car with the riot shit in the background. The picture kind of hard though.
Yeah,
the picture is hard, but
they told him he couldn't use it.
Nah, that just put him at the scene of the crime because he took pictures on the inside too. No face, no case, bro. What are you doing?
Jesus Christ!
2 years behind it.
On the inside. I ought to say that's Photoshop. Man, that got me fucked up, bro. It's Photoshop. I don't know what y'all talking about, man. My graphic dude, cold, dude. Really got somebody plenty of work. Man, last bonus W before we get out of here on this big dual episode pause. Bonus to Nipsey fans. Hey, here I am. Me included. Brand new marathon store is opening on Melrose. Don't you love that?
Yeah, that's dope, man. Because the old store is still a memorial. It's not open for business technically. So they're moving them. Well, not moving, but they're making an additional store, putting it on Melrose where all the other shops is and stuff. So that's super dope. That legacy has not just been like, oh well, as it relates to the marathon store. So make another monument, man. Make another a must-visit place when you go to LA, because that marathon store you had to go to that.
Yeah, like I said, I went there just to go to that. And of course, smoke some good California marijuana, but
for sure.
Also to the marathon store, and it was pretty dope. Told you it was the coldest set up to buy something I've ever seen, as far as how they made me get not made, but how I had to get the shirts. But that's gonna be dope. I'm definitely gonna make it to the one on Melrose. You know, another person that done the store thing right, and I've seen that passing wins and losses, but Currency Jet Life store looked pretty hard.
Where's it?
That? I don't know. That's the thing about it. Like, I ain't that big of a Currency fan, but I follow him on IG. Like, he be having this Jet Life store. Like, it looked like similar, the same vein as the marathon store. He be in there pretty often and shit. He got all the Jet Life stuff you can get in there. So
he took his merch. He was one of the niggas that stepped their merch game up early and made it like a line, and it hit shit hard too.
Facts. That Jet Life stuff is similar to the marathon stuff. Like, if you look at, well, not in sort of far as style, but like you said, making it a line. Yeah. Check out that store. You definitely may want to check it out. I don't know if it's in New Orleans or what though. I don't know where it's at. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with that. On Decker of the week, before we get out of here, back to YouTube, man. Two things. Shout out to our latest subscriber, Ashley Love. Appreciate you subscribing. Hit that like button when you watch this. Appreciate you. And shout out to Joseph Williams, commented, just curious, do y'all boys fuck with any new R&B?
No, I don't.
I'm trying to think if I do.
What's the chick that got the track or this project called Mother? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Who the fuck is that?
I'll find the hold on.
Nigga, Mother?
Yeah.
Nigga, I fuck with
Cleo Soul.
Okay.
I fuck with her.
Does Weekend count?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Like, sir.
Man, fuck that. Weekend, nigga. Sir. I'm still running with it. That Weekend banging.
A new R&B artist, nigga. I don't think I've heard that Weekend.
Man, that Weekend, you got Weekend fucked up. And it's under R&B Soul on Apple Music. So I'm running with that. I'm fucking with that Weekend Dawn FM. That shit go hard.
R&B pop.
Same difference. Appreciate the question though, Joseph Williams. Good looking.
So the answer is no, Joseph Williams. We do not. If you have
But
something to put us on, drop a comment in there.
there you go. Please let us know what we missing out on. Now, I do fuck with when I jump in the time machine, nigga, 97, 98, 99. There's some R&B in that lane that I'm fucking with heavy.
You get a good playlist together for me, Joseph. I'm definitely checking it out.
Absolutely. What you got to be able to put on, bro?
There's a brand new, I'm going to go back to TV.
Okay.
There's a brand new show on Apple TV. It's called Suspicion. It's one of the Brit-based shows. It's one of those whodunits. Really? Started out fire. First 2 episodes have been good. I'm mad because all of them are not loaded up yet, though. They're only 3 episodes in. Flew through them 3. Okay. Still no closer to the answer whodunit. And it's a good whodunit. So if you like those, check out Suspicion on Apple TV. Cool.
That's where I come into play because I body these whodunits. I figured out the Scream shit. I'll be figuring shit out.
The remake that was like the other one that gave you the answer, that one is the one you figured out. What you got to put us on?
I'm going to YouTube/TV. The Real Murders of Atlanta is a new series on Oxygen for those true crime fans out there. The first episode is called Hip Hop Homicide. It is about the murder of Little Fat. If y'all remember him, he was an affiliate of Boosie's several years ago, was young, like 18, 19, man. But the story behind his murder, I didn't really fully understand. They broke it down to a science. It's got a lot of layers to it. It is very interesting, and it's on YouTube, so you ain't got to put it up on TV. It's called The Real Murders of Atlanta. All the episodes of the season won't be hip-hop related. That's the only thing that caught my eye with this. It's the only reason I watched it. But I recommend it because it is interesting.
But no are the famous people, right?
I don't think the other ones are famous either. I just think they just true crime stories that just happened in Atlanta. Which there should be several of those to choose from.
First 48, just cut that off. Jeez,
it ain't no shortage of the bullshit. But that was a good one though. If anybody's ever wondered, like, damn, what did happen with that story? It's got layers to it. It's thick. Pause.
Check that out.
Man, make sure you do us a favor, man. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube, youtube.com/OnDeckTV. Hit the like and subscribe. It helps out the algorithms and shit. So we'd appreciate that. And make sure you hit the link in the description, man. Cop you a sweater out here. Stay warm in these streets too, bro.
Stay warm in these streets. Check out all the new content that fresher than your average. I saw drop. Check out the brand new Spike Lou. I had my guy Money Green on there. We got to talk some fun talk about verses. Check out everything that we're doing for Sport Press. We appreciate you guys joining us.
And we out.
Cheers.